Hello and welcome. So last week we finished up the quest with Auntie Ethel. Killed her without actually killing any of her servants. Well, aside from the red caps whom we killed earlier, but the servants within her lair. Only one of them actually managed to break her mind control, and the rest were still. But and the woman we went in to rescue, Mayrina, is curiously not all that interested in being rescued. Apparently she thought she had a good deal with the hag, and as it turned out, that deal was to resurrect her husband as a zombie. Though I suppose you could argue that maybe that wasn't actually their plan, and because we did stop them from actually doing what they wanted. But in any case, it ended with Mayrina taking her zombie husband back to her place with plans to go to Baldur's Gate to see if we can get him resurrected better. I'm sure that'll have a happy ending. I haven't actually seen the ending yet, so I don't know. Also, we actually got two of the illithid powers to work, which was quite disturbing. And at this point, about the only thing left is to leave the area, and I'm not entirely certain how best to do that. I mean, it would make sense for drow characters possibly to return to the Underdark, or possibly not, because as drow society is not terribly kind to the men, at least if I recall, and admittedly my knowledge of drow society maybe 3 editions old at this point. Or go by the mountain pass, or there may actually be a third way through, because I know there's like 3 or 4 different entrances to the Underdark. There's a mountain pass, which I believe is beyond where the githyanki are, and then there's one that was just past the goblins, which I don't know where that one actually goes. Might be still at the mountain pass, just a different spot. But I plan to pick up Lae'zel before I go out and get the encounter the githyanki. And also the other plan I had was to see if I couldn't get everyone in the party disguised all as githyanki, just for amusement value.
The pride of the gate.
Okay. Well, that is going to take a quick trip.
No, never mind.
Back to camp. And I don't know if that will trigger the party, because there's a party after you resolve the conflict between the Grove and the goblins. And so I don't know if heading back to camp at this point is going to trigger that. If I can just go back quick, like for not the long rest, just for go to camp. But anyway, we shall see. Excellent. Anyone have anything to say to me? Not right now. Oh, right.
Another step forward.
Gale. You have anything to say to me?
What's on your mind?
I have a lot on my mind.
Well met.
Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
Has your research turned up anything that might help with this parasite problem?
Not yet, I'm afraid. But my expectations are very, very high.
Of course, and I have every reason to be confident about you. Lae'zel.
Speak.
Do you have any thoughts about making use of the tadpole's power?
Mark my words. This power would be no blessing, but a curse. You might as well ask me to gouge out my eyes for the promise of sight, or slice off my tongue for the promise of taste. Consume all the gate tadpoles you wish. I'm not so craven.
I can try to persuade her. If we must bear the tadpole's burdens, we should also avail ourselves of their power. Low chance it's actually succeeding, but let's see. Cool! We've succeeded either way.
Perhaps you... No, that's absurd. When the tadpole has stretched to every pore and slithered through every vein, what am I to do then? It won't hear my screams. It won't care if I beg. I will be remade in its image. My faith in Vlaakith will guide me, and my own might will sustain me. I have no need of this depraved power.
This cult of the Absolute is dangerous. We should take all the help we can get.
You might be right. The Githyanki have long studied Geich and used what we've learned. The Zaithisk itself was devised from such knowledge. The tadpole is perhaps not just a curse, but a weapon I can twist and mold to my advantage. Very well. I will swallow my disgust and avail myself of the parasite's powers.
I'd like you to join me.
The party's full. You'll need to make room.
Take Karlach's place.
Ready for battle.
She does not have ability to disguise herself. Staring to you.
I suppose you want to hear about Cazador.
You said he was your master. Or don't tell me anything you don't want to.
I don't want to say a damned thing, but that won't do anyone any good. Cazador Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate, the patriarch of his coven, and a monster obsessed with power. Not political power or military power, I mean power over people. The power to control them completely. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor.
So you were his slave?
A vampire's spawn is less than a slave. They're a puppet. We have no choice but to obey our master's commands. They speak, and our bodies react. It's all part of the deal. Sometimes he'd order us to submit to torture. Sometimes he'd have us torture ourselves. Whatever his weather-vane mood settled on.
That sounds terrible. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. But this isn't about sympathy. It's about knowing what we might be up against. The Mind Flayers aren't the only monsters out there. They're not even the only ones hunting us. All I'm asking is that you keep your eyes open and watch out for anything lurking in the shadows.
Do you mean like a vampire rogue? You keep me safe and I'll do the same.
What more could I ask? Now, is that all?
I need to do my party. Will you travel with us?
I would, but you have so many friends already.
Take Shadowheart's place.
Excellent. Now that that's settled, lead on. Don't touch me.
Yes, excellent.
Still alive. So that's progress. I'd like some time to talk.
What's on your mind?
So about our tadpole powers.
You really did it, huh? Not worried about adding more illithid into the mix? Well, what can I say? You look fine, smell fine, seem fine. And yet, you're more mind flayer than ever. Hope you don't expect me to follow your lead in this.
It's your choice, but I think the tadpole makes me stronger.
Do they? I'm not sure either of us can say one way or the other. We don't know what the costs might be just yet.
I don't expect you to do anything you don't want to.
Good. And you know, keep an eye on yourself. If you start feeling loopy, shout. We don't know what these tadpoles are capable of.
One day I'll catch a break.
Keep a blade close.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Right. Let's...
Very well.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Yes, I don't see the, owlbear anywhere. So as off camera I might go back to the goblin camp and see if it's around anywhere. Alright.
When am I needed?
Trust no one.
Don't mind us, just a bunch of
What to do?
githyanki.
What do you think of opening a cart in Baldur's Gate?
Breathe deep and move.
Like on the street?
Exactly. Noble types won't want a tiefling cooking for them. The common folk.
Cart sounds fine. But do I have to haul it around?
Until we make the room for a proper ox.
Feed if you must, Astarion. But give me so much as a hungry look, and I'll drive a stake through your heart.
I do so very like spicy food.
Interesting. On the subject of githyanki, I had a thought about them, and particularly in relation to like what classes they can be. My impression.
Killed a few giant bats in my day, Astarian, but never hunted a vampire.
Just to remind you, I'm merely a spawn. It won't count. But if you want a true vampire, I'm happy to recommend one.
But, my impression is that Vlaakith is very into having control.
How is the rat diet going?
It may soon come to an end if you don't shut your mouth.
Is that Vlaakith likes control over people, so it feels like there'd be certain classes which would not be available to a githyanki generally. I mean, cleric of anything.
As much love as I hold for Baldur's Gate, these frontiers delight me as much as any bustling street.
You can't be serious. This is a howling wasteland. I haven't even had a bath since the abduction. I must reek of illithid slime.
Sure, but think of the stories you'll be able to tell.
Yeah, I mean, cleric aside from being one of Vlaakith, I doubt she'd allow.
Well, but you're so efficient. Why not have a little fun?
Fun? I fight to win, not to make spectacles.
What a waste.
But, and also, I'm not even sure if Vlaakith is at a point in her power where she could reasonably have clerics. What's this? Oh, not actually an entrance. Do I wonder if maybe I could jump? Potentially, maybe. Who knows? And I feel like it would also be limited in like what domains should be able to, though.
Maybe
Honestly,
enable pockets.
in this game there is basically no limit to how many.
A dragon rider. My kin are near.
I'm gonna pause.
Blot out the sun.
I tangled with a dragon once. Never forgot it.
But
You go a lifetime without seeing one, and then they won't stop pestering you.
yeah, though it doesn't seem this game doesn't actually limit like what domains any deity can have. Which I feel is kind of difficult to justify, but it. And then let's see, if cleric, druid would require Vlaakith to have a nature aspect, which I don't think she does. So I probably don't think that would be allowed. Let's see. I mean, bards, yes. Barbarians, yes. Fighters, yes. Rogues, yes. Paladins. Well, admittedly, and Modern version, their paladins gain power from their vows, not from a deity, which seems to kind of be different from the point of it, but I kind
Defender of the people.
of doubt she would
I
allow.
see nothing.
What a day.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting
people to, like,
times.
Well, be devoted to anyone else, though, admittedly. And if she isn't powerful enough to actually have clerics, she might still have functional, like, clerics, more or less ritual experts. It's for whatever rituals she's devising. Thing. Let's see, paladin, rogues, definitely. I mean, even if she doesn't, or thieving specifically, aren't like sneaking around, espionage, disarming traps is a useful thing. Let's see. Let's see, monk. Being honest, and I feel like she's far more active than to have like monasteries of monks or warriors who are strictly devoted to like unarmed combat. Doesn't really feel like it fits with her. Rangers, maybe they're kind of nature oriented. I feel like, I mean, I guess that would work. If they have permanent crushes established, they'd want someone who's expert in the area. Let's see. I'm admittedly not entirely certain how a sorcerer would work, because that basically involves the individual having like somewhere in their bloodline, like some incredibly powerful being, which I don't know how their biology works. I know they hatch from eggs, so I don't know if that would actually work. Warlocks, again, that would involve gaining power from someone else, which I'm not sure they'd be interested in. Wizards, definitely. Anyway, so that being over, let's see how
These boots have seen everything.
this encounter goes. Don't you want to be with the other tieflings? Hi.
Harassed! Another one! Keep back, Flatface! I know how to handle myself.
Take it easy, I'm only disguised as a Gith.
What? Why? Oh, never mind, I don't want to know. So, you're not looking to make trouble for me, are you? Whatever you are.
Surprisingly trusting. No, you are safe.
Good. I've enough trouble as it is. Look at that lot down there. Those things you're masquerading as. Armed to the teeth. And they've a dragon. I was counting on crossing that bridge and heading to Baldur's Gate. To safety. Now I've got to find another way around. Take your chances against that lot if you like. Don't follow me. Find your own way.
Who are you?
Nobody. Just another harassing fool trying to stay alive. There's plenty of us around.
Harassing. So would the noun from that be harassment? Alright, I'll leave.
Rag. That's it. I'm getting out of here.
Okay. Well, let's go back around and wait until after the game to actually loot the area.
Drop your weapons!
I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is your last chance!
No, look up. That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
Stop wasting time, Beretta. You're not here to play with the locals.
Of course, Kithrak. We merely sought to...
No excuses. Question, kill, then move on. Find the weapon. Our queen watches us. Fail her at your peril.
A red dragon. I envy its night. Would that I rode such a steed. A crash must be near. Come, my kin await.
Let's go. Wait, nope, damn it. I was gonna have her use her...
Kithrak, we must speak. Ryder, my time is short. Lead me to...
Shh. Such a familiar tone. Were I not merciful, I would slice the skin clean from your meat. Yet you are not bleeding. For I am nothing if not merciful. Your name, child.
Lae'zel.
Lae'zel. Proud. Regal, even. You will call me Gestil Kithrak.
Voss, Knight Supreme. The Queen's silver, the Queen's sword.
I am who you say. A Geich vessel has fallen from the sky, Lae'zel. Thieves aboard have taken a weapon most precious. It is polyhedric in shape and inscribed with the sacred runes of our people.
You suddenly feel a strange anxiety take hold. Not your own, but that of the artifact you carry. Somehow, it's afraid. You attune your mind to it. The artifact does not want to fall into the Gith Raiders' hands any more than it does the Absolute followers.
Take word to your creche. You are to join our search. Speak up, child. Affirm your mandate.
I don't have the artifact. I shouldn't. It should be in Shadowheart's possessions still.
You honor me with this duty, Kithrak. I shall alert my caretaker with haste.
The Kithrak nods, content with Lae'zel's answer.
You serve your queen well, child. Hunt those who escaped the Geich ship. Find the weapon.
I fly now to Vlaakith, our undying queen. She will see your faith rewarded in this plane and ours.
A current of deception carries Voss's words. Wherever he flies, it is not to Vlaakith.
To Danos! To the sky!
Damn it all! You did well to intervene, vexed as I am to admit it. The Gestil Kithrak would have flayed our skin and left our carcasses to burn in the sun. All for the sake of the artifact that we carry. The crash is near, this much we know. We follow the path forward and into the valley. No one, not even the ignoble Gestil Kithrak, will keep me from my purification.
Okay. I don't know if that actually did anything. Speak to this one.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who are you?
Yule, son of Gara.
Common way for people to identify themselves. Yule, then you are Zoru's friend.
Fellow scout. Druid's Grove.
Then I know how he died, so I won't ask about that. What were you doing here? Were you and Zoru scouting alone?
Yes. Zoru fled. Left me to fight.
So he's not entirely truthful when he said that... that the Gith just killed him and he ran. What were you doing here?
Seeking path. Baldur's Gate.
Did you find the way to Baldur's Gate?
Risen Road. Cross Wooden Bridge.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Yeah, that's gonna be very easy for me to go through there to... get that?
The corpse has nothing to say.
So one thing that occurred to me is, like, with that... with the power to, like, speak to corpses, or the dead, one of the things you might want to do is say, hey, do you have any, like, final message to any loved ones you may or may not have? I mean, that's the thing, you could use, like, final couple questions to get.
No traps, please.
So it's kind of one thing interesting I find of note is that one of the things two-handed weapons like well, specifically longswords are good for was basically area control. Well, basically, there's a wide area you could just sort of make sure that no one was going to be in because no one wanted to get hit. Those did... though might not be the most effective against anything that didn't fear death, so... I suspect that weapon would not be as effective against, well, like zombies.
What's in here?
Back on the subject of possible classes and such.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
knows that this game does not restrict dwarves from
Found and taken.
being
examining.
well, using magic, which was traditionally a thing that only, well, specifically dwarves could not do. Like, could not be wizards, could not be sorcerers, or sorcerers or warlocks or anything.
No time to rest. What path lies before me?
Alright. Okay, and now
I'm feeling a bit parched and peckish.
Me too. Keep an eye out for any passing vagrants.
I'm afraid you'll have to content yourself with vagrant chickens.
okay, yeah. Owlbear doesn't seem to be in this area, so guess I have to just hope that it escaped. Okay, and I think with that, I'm going to actually go and rest.
Blade at the ready.
Never a dull moment.
A hero at heart.
Still breathing, despite everything. How much farther can I go?
Much farther.
The book is locked tight with no visible keyhole, only an oval recess in the cover's mouth. You try to examine the book, but the longer you stare, the more those piercing amethyst eyes draw you in.
That looks terribly heavy. Why don't you let me carry it for you?
We surely shouldn't leave such a threat out, where anyone could stumble across it.
Place the amethyst in the slot on the book's cover. Open the book.
The book's pull is irresistible. You feel changed, bettered for having opened it. Suddenly you are capable of anything. Felling mountains, darkening suns, conversing with the dead. Glyphs shift gently before your eyes. into your mind, onto your lips, forming words you don't understand. And something is trying to reply. The glyphs swarm impatiently. The book wants you to turn the page, to delve deeper. It's hungry. The glyphs seem to burn your inner eye, outraged at your denial. Within the pages, you feel a feral thrashing. Living magic, driven mad by what it was used for. Necromancy. The magical energies of all living things were stolen, corrupted, and sealed in this vile book. It wants someone to share in its insanity.
Channel my to the final line. Now poor berries. Got a hag he must marry. Ow! Try that again.
Your limerick's final line pierces something within the book's roiling, vengeful magic. The voices falter, the anger quells. The magic seems to grow still and quiet, like a soothed beast.
Turn the page.
Nothing, just old parchment covered in arcane symbols. The magic sleeps.
Close the book.
The heavy cover thumps shut with a strange finality.
Okay. Okay.
Best be on my way.
Alright, let's... Just realized I'll give Volo a very interesting time trying to extract this parasite, given that it just added like another... I've got another 6 in there now. Alright, well, let's have a party.
You're handsome. I am.
Loosen up, Icaron.
No, no, an owlbear.
Do we not have the owlbear?
toddlers are easier to please than you lot.
First in my heart.
Hope you're enjoying the night, hero. I certainly am. Cheers to many more like this.
What did you want to talk about, Astarion?
You know, I never pictured myself as a hero. Never thought I'd be the one they'd toast for saving so many lives. And now that I'm here... I hate it. This is awful.
It's not that bad. Think about the goblins you killed.
True. That was fun. Still, I would have liked more for my trouble than a pat on the head and vinegar for wine.
Try his bottle and take his bottle and try the wine.
It's a heavy, rich red, dry and sharp.
See what I mean? Awful. All I want is a little fun. Is that so much to ask?
What's your idea of a little fun?
By the hells. Sex, my dear. A night of passion. Let's wait until things quieten down. Once the others are asleep, we'll find each other.
On second thought, maybe not.
Never listen to your second thoughts. They always spoil the fun. But fine, if you're determined to ruin your evening, I won't stop you.
Shadowheart.
Everyone seems to be in high spirits. Strange. You know who I never thought I'd find myself caring for?
Refugees?
Exactly right. Never gave them much thought. Certainly not that bunch in the grove. Yet we came through for them. We saved their lives. Odd.
I mean, yeah, that is a thing where... Here, this will sound like it's the wrong way around, but if you do someone a favor, you'll like them more. And that's not they'll like you more, you'll like them more for that, because brain does weird things that it has tendency to assume the antecedent. So it's like, okay, why am I doing... Assume that, okay, I do favors to people because I like them. Why am I doing a favor to this person? Must be because I like them. So, yeah, this psychologically does make sense. But anyway, are you worried Shar won't approve?
Something like that. I was taught to reject anything that distracted from Shah. But there'll be time for penance later. We should have had wine more often. More warming than the fire.
Look at them all. Guzzling poison like we've the right to be happy.
Wait, I guess I did need to use friends in that because I might have botched that otherwise. Alright.
Perhaps it'll make the evening more tolerable.
Withers, are you having a fun time?
Fate spins along as it should. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
Why don't you resurrect yourself?
Think of it. No more caves, no more tents, no more running away. We'll be in a city
with roads and markets and homes.
I like these people. They're joyful. It's contagious.
Roland.
Patience? Have you no respect for showmanship?
No, as a bard I don't.
Having performance issues, Roland.
Hush you. And behold! Adoring applause? You're too kind.
Remember when he could barely cast that?
They grow up so fast.
Never have I met such troglodytes. Now, pass the wine.
Yeah, I mean, we have multiple barrels of fire wine that we could be enjoying, in addition to however many, like, you know, bottles of miscellaneous other wines.
There's always work for a guard. You?
Always wanted to sing at the Elfsong Tavern.
If the owner has any sense, they'll hire you on the spot.
Are Roland and Leah actually getting along? I know you cut down a horde of goblins, but this is far more impressive.
Look at them. How happy they are. We did that.
How about the three of you? Having fun?
Yeah. Don't tell Roland, but his magic show might be the highlight. He's been doing them since we were little. He'll make it big in Baldur's Gate. I know it.
I need to dance! No. No, I need to lie down.
Sherry! That's infernal for cheers. Or possibly turnip.
Same thing, really.
Beautiful night, don't you think? Nothing like a brush with destruction to make one appreciate the majesty of the celestial canvas. It's a view I would once have shared with my companion, though definitely unaccompanied by such revelry. She preferred it when we were alone, curled up before a crackling hearth with some ancient, esoteric tome between us. Ink glinting in the firelight.
I hope we aren't talking about Mistra again.
By a Geraorn's lost nose! No! I speak of Tara, my Tresson, assistant, my constant companion through all the ills and tribulations my hubris has thrust upon me. She'd be most impressed by our efforts saving these tieflings. Proud, even. And I've given her little to be proud of recently. After I was afflicted with my condition, and locked myself in my tower for an entire year. I was inconsolable, wallowing in my self-inflicted tragedy. I've given up on myself. But Tara never did. It was her encouragement, her research that led me to my treatment. Once we knew that magically infused items were the key, she went out to find them for me. She saved my life. After so long being cared for by someone else, it feels good to have repaid the favor. Not directly to Tara, but to these poor tieflings. I'm sure she would approve.
What is Tara like?
Remind me of her somewhat. There's a steeliness in you. An unwavering tenacity, even in the face of, to be frank, quite dire odds. Wish you were here for me to make a formal introduction. But I would never ask her to undertake such a journey. She's safer at home. Besides, she was always telling me I needed to spread my wings, so to speak. Find mortal friends instead of hanging onto Mistra's coattails. So that's what I'm doing. I hope.
Bad luck on that front, I'm actually a nymph in disguise.
Very funny. But as we all know, nymphs are sticklers when it comes to their bathing routines. You, my friend, haven't been near a fresh spring in a 10-day or more. Not that I don't appreciate your musk. Actually rather like it.
Okay.
Well, it seems as good a time as any for me to stop babbling on.
Yes, yes. And the other thing is, he spent a year, like, locked away, alone, without knowing how to treat his condition. Kind of my impression that he needed the artifacts, like, at least once a week. Feels like he would have exploded in that time. Feelings mutually, a wonderful friend, though usually more erudite.
Wine is to wit, as meat is to... Oh, can't bloody remember it. There I go then, proving your point. Perhaps we'd better leave it at that. My ineloquent tongue isn't worthy of your ear at present. Go. Indulge in the frivolities. They're good for the heart. And mine will be all the lighter to see you enjoying yourself.
Tiefling queens, frightful and fierce. That's more like it.
Will.
Ah, hells. I was hoping you wouldn't notice I was gone.
Are you alright?
No. I'm deeply proud of you. A touch less so of myself. In truth, I don't feel in a festive mood, and I didn't want to cast a grey cloud over the night. I'm a devil. I love the people from the Grove, but I unsettle them deep down, as I seem to unsettle everyone nowadays. You don't want a devil at your party. Horns this sharp will pop the balloons, you see, and the guests won't take kindly to scars quite so monstrous.
Will, you did learn a disguise spell. You could just use that. And you look like you used to. Come on, you're exaggerating. Not that much has changed.
I feel spikes beginning to sprout in places they really shouldn't. But, off with you. This is your day. Have a dance. Enjoy the music.
I wish you were there, but I'll respect your need for peace.
Sometime alone beneath the stars, and I'll be back to my old self. Promise. Still, it's a night to remember. You've made sure of that.
Volo, what have you to say?
Aha, there you are. Come now, settle in. I do hope you have partaken of something bracing. This may well take us all night.
And by this, you mean...
Why, you're naming, quite obviously. That ballad was but a crude preview, a frame without its crowning jewel. Your nom de guerre. Something iconic, but not too much of a mouthful. We don't want to exclude the common folk, after all. I intend this tale to enrapture all.
Goblin's Bane has a nice ring to it.
Not to meddle in your side of this partnership, but slaying goblins is not exactly the stuff of legends, is it? After all, I'm quite certain I once saw one expire from the strain of spelling his own name. No, I'm afraid that won't do. You shall simply have to go out and slay something decidedly more dramatic.
I mean, there was the face spider matriarch that I killed, the hag. What else did I do? Elvira.
This might be the wine talking, but I'm feeling inspired. Thinking of writing my next song about you. But I need an angle. Any ideas?
Let it be only as truthful as a true poet would permit.
But of course, you achieved something far beyond mere fact. That deserves to be remembered.
Halsin.
Go on now. Don't waste a night like this talking to me. We'll discuss your problem tomorrow.
What do you care to have a drink with me?
In truth, I rarely imbibe. The stuff goes right to my head. Before you know it, I'd be breaking into song or declaring love to the first person I laid eyes on.
I fail to see the problem.
Then you have never heard me singing, which makes you very fortunate.
Perhaps there's something else you'd rather do?
I'm sure there are. You strike me as extremely resourceful. But there are many grateful people here who want to spend time with you. I must not keep you all to myself, as enjoyable as that may be. Go on, enjoy yourself. Seek out some wine before it runs dry. There are a lot of thirsty people around here.
I'm pretty sure that I have enough.
None of that poetic stuff.
I'm pretty sure everyone here could have their own bottle of wine, multiple of them, and be fine.
What's hiding here?
I need to look at how much wine I actually have. Alright. 1, 2... Let's see, it's...
No, an Albert.
Just... See, 1, 2... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so I have 150 bottles, plus like 2 things of beer, and 17 barrels of fire wine. There are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There are a total of 17, like 18 people here tonight. I think that is including withers. So, I mean, discount withers. Every person can have a full barrel of fire wine to themselves. And almost 8 full bottles of wine. So I don't think there is any concern about us running out of alcohol at this party.
I have seen the Githyanki tear a screaming Neogi's legs from its belly to fashion into blades. Yet they could not match your nerve today. It was enough to drive me to madness. I smell their blood on you still. I smell your moisture. How torturous for us both that I'll never get a taste.
Oh, but do enjoy yourself this night. I intend to myself.
So, I mean, yeah, Halcyon, it's okay if you don't want to drink. That's fine, but don't say that we don't have enough for you to have some. We have plenty.
You have no idea how good it feels to see these people smiling. The singing we could probably do without, but even so, thank you.
Maul, what are you doing here? What the hell did I just do? Why did I jump up onto that crate? There's this perfectly good path here that I could have just walked on. Look, Scratch just walked on it. I could have done that. Why did I jump up on this crate?
You came through for us. That's a change from most adults I know.
That sounded dangerously close to a compliment.
And that sounds like the wine drowning your wits. Go on, enjoy yourself. I've squirreled away a few extra bottles. When the barrel's tapped out, I'll be there to save the night. For a price, of course.
So one thing I would say is that it makes... I noticed the gold on Mole's horn. It makes sense. Yeah, if you have horns, you might well decorate them. But that being said, you notice I just went through how much alcohol we have available right now? Well, even if we give you a full share of the alcohol, which we really shouldn't, we'd still have more than enough for everyone to get dangerously drunk. So did Lae'zel by moisture mean... sweat? I was about to comment on her, like, punching thing, but that's my understanding. Like, thinking about the, what I know of martial arts, at least European martial arts, is that, yeah, they did start out with unarmed combat. And then like generally moved on to daggers and then into swords and then there's like pole weapon like spear or halberd or potentially horseback.
It's not like that.
Karlak.
Would you look at this place? All these people happy because of us. It's nice to be somewhere where good is still possible. And with good potations too.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Fuck yes. I'm celebrating my freedom and our friendship. And these folks' bright future besides. All I need now is a fire-retardant lover to get lost in till sunrise.
Do you have any parties like this in Avernus?
Not so much. You spend the whole time avoiding swords and schemes. Plus, people just get nastier as the night wears on. I tried to make friends at first. Learned my lesson fast. Better to keep to yourself in hell.
Enjoy yourself tonight, Karlak.
You too, soldier. Enjoy yourself tonight. You've earned it.
I'm actually got another... Oh. She spontaneously laid down. Interesting. But yeah, I kind of have another playthrough. I started a little bit. I planned, and a lever specifically for Karlak. One tiefling, so have fire resistance from that. Also, dragon ancestry sorcerer. So with, I think it's specifically red. I'm not sure. Gold or red dragon has. I think they both have fire resistance. So fire resistance from that, and then probably also like down a potion of fire resistance, and then douse her in water, and see what we can do. But I also thought like, hey, you need a hot tub? Just add Karlak. Like, also, I'm not sure if I said this. New kind of questions whether or not she'd be able to get new equipment. I feel like anything she uses would need to be very like fire resistant, and probably also have issues with the amount of heat she puts out. Try talking to Shadowheart again.
We should have had wine more often. More warming than the fire.
Alright, time to go to bed and...
Without you.
I'm vaguely wondering where the owlbear cub is, but... let's finish the night. Auto select.
You're looking flushed.
I'm a bit lightheaded.
Nothing another ale won't fix.
Goodness, that looks like a great dinner, you know. Some berries, apple cores. Here's a few treacle tarts and a whole lot of alcohol. Not even like, you know, doing the already cooked stuff. Which, I mean, should be going bad. Maybe a lot of this stuff should probably be going bad, so... but, you know, anyway, full rest.
Buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk. You've picked up a few pleasant memories on your journey amongst your struggles.
What? I can't go with Shadowheart?
Her mind is certainly an enigma. But would you wish it any other way?
Oh.
I trust you enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was well deserved.
Okay.
It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done, and I promised I would help you however I could. I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous, though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger.
To Moonrise Towers, then. May the sun and stars guide us.
What's so dangerous about it?
To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls.
What do you suggest?
You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the shadow curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Seluna. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers. Aridin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. And maybe even bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse.
What will you do?
The decision is yours, but I'd favor the Underdark. Even a place like that is the lesser evil compared to the Shadow-cursed lands.
The Underdark's my home, better take that route. Better take that route than risk the curse.
Anything is preferable to risking the Shadow Curse. I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned.
You want to come to Moonrise as well? Why?
Unfinished business, and a lifetime of regret to repair. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thorm and his Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. I spent years researching the curse, trying to put an end to it. Nothing has worked. Yet, if I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse. Same as you may find a cure for your infection.
Is that why you went there then? You thought he might uncover this route to Moonrise?
Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and Ceramorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aradin and his band. We didn't even get close.
What about the Grove?
I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. A bird's already been dispatched to summon her.
Wow, that sounds safe, you know. I mean, last time you were gone, it wasn't like someone completely took over the place, but, you know.
I'm glad you approve. I do not truly care if you approve, but I am glad. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence.
Sounds like Grove will be in good hands then. We should get going.
Indeed. We've quite the journey ahead of us.
Do not be so impatient to move on as Halsin. As ever, the Githyanki Kresh remains our priority.
Looking ahead. Maybe it'll bring us closer.
It seems the Githyanki are keen to reclaim the artifact I carry. I can't afford that to happen. In fact, none of us can. That thing is shielding us somehow. I don't want to know what happens if we lose it.
I'll find out. We have enough to contend with already.
Agreed. There's not much we can do but press forward. A bit crowded, don't you think? Wonderful. I'm ready, whatever it takes.
Why didn't we have the nice night together.
Have a lot on my mind.
What happened?
Well, in it.
Okay. So I went back and attempted to get that to happen again, but apparently I already have something started with her, so it won't trip now. So, but anyway, that'll be where I'll call it for this one. Thank you for watching, doing Relevant Things YouTube spots, and have a nice day.